Why haven't anyone writing on TV tropes yet that Overhaul is a complete monster and that he has a villainous breakdown? Because he had a villainous breakdown already. Now that we complain about that, we can also complain. Do not complain, we can fear. Unfortunately, Boku no Hero Academia will not get a chapter next week. Once again, hinting that this author is at the hiatus ex hiatus line. Not good. Although it's to be expected, manga industry and all that. Yes, this is the Boku no Hero Academia chapter 158, and I am the Angry and Offended Despair Viewer. First off, we uh, we see a little bit glimpse of Chisaki's past and a theory on how quirks got to get gathered together in the first place. In fact, no one knows why it happened or how it happened. Well, duh. But people's biggest theory is that was some kind of paranormality. People's guess, although note, it's only a guess, was that it was a virus that was spread through the world carried by mice, which Shisaki only saw as disease. Which is actually one of the reasons why he hates quirks so much. For him, quirks is a disease that was spread over by rats. If this is the origin how quirks got happened, then it's no wonder that humanity mutated and eventually became like this. But I have to say, Shisaki is so twisted that I have very difficult time understanding him. It's like that twisted personality where you do not want to believe that what you're doing is wrong. Or maybe it's the fact that he doesn't believe what he does is wrong. He believes the rest of the world is wrong while he is right. Oh, I guess that's a clear sociopathic. He proclaims in a villainous speech that if I can harness Ares' power, I can make things go forward and backwards. I can take this back to a time before the quirk took over thing. I can destroy things to ever. As he destroys many buildings to create spikes, he says that she's not a product made for brass like you who cannot appreciate her value. Dude, did you even hear yourself talk? No, you probably did not. Of course, Deku is not gonna listen to that one. Finally, using his 100% power as Eri's power still heals his wounds, although he does lampshade that her power is getting stronger and stronger. So even though Deku may very well just morph back to before his body was crushed, it is still, a little bit in the red for him. But then again, he also says that as no one can master their quirk at the first time, at least not that quickly, and especially powerful quirks. Powerful quirks have powerful side effects. So the fact that her quirk is only getting stronger is a very dangerous to Deku. But Deku is a hero who never gives up, so of course he doesn't really mind that. So, but she is basically on using, on the foot on the gas pedal. The villain alliance are just amazed by that, as the clone of Mr. Compass has been, you know, taken care of. Does that mean the villain alliance won't take Eri after all? Please let it be so. Having sent Chisaki flying in the air, we see actually more glimpse of his past, where even his boss did not understand him. Chisaki beat up people and probably put them in critical conditions just because they got on their turf. Chisaki was apparently frustrated at the fact that no one were taking them seriously. Chisaki wanted them to become the Yakuza of the old times, the Yakuza that were feared a long time ago, which is basically in our times now. However, the boss were surprisingly resistant to every single one of Chisaki's ideas. I'm saying surprisingly because hearing this, that almost made me wonder, wait, was that former boss of the Hasaki even a villain? Or is it the fact that the Yakuza in the Boku no Hero Academia world had a different Yakuza system? Probably a different Yakuza system. because he didn't want Chisaki to be involved with drugs. However, he only wanted to do this to repay the kindness the old man had by taking him in. It is also revealed he was a personal friend to Chrono, and he begins to tell that if they don't do anything, then they're, well, they will lead to extinction. But Chronos said that the world of Yakuza restoring the underworld is just detached from reality, so he wanted to make that happen. So he proclaimed in front of the boss every single idea and even his wild world plan, as we finally see his big, big, big plan from the very beginning now. Taking over the underworld and becoming the next Dark King, that wasn't entirely his plan. No, he wanted to control the world in a different manner. I said it before, a quirk erasing ability. Have you any idea how dangerous it is for people who rely on quirks? He's basically saying like if uh, if they could render the hero types powerless, then there were other people who would utilize that, and then people will buy their market and they will become, well, a product. However, by doing that, he also, for some reason, says they will create a serum that will rewind the damage and restore lost quirks. Which basically, I mean, it is revealed that Reri can rewind bodies from hurt. So I guess that means maybe she really can rewind Mirio's quirk, which I hope she will. And then they will trade it to the serum to the hero side, basically getting the hero side in their pockets, and the villain side will get guns and bullets. And basically with that, they will control the market and basically control the system, the society, in all sense. Since the heroes will fear losing their quirks, they will buy from the shady ones. Basically, they will no longer be considered heroes, and the villains will become more powerful. Yes, and in a way, the eight precepts will become the Hasaki would become the strongest criminal society. But the boss still said no. And do you know what I find the most surprising? Is not the fact that he said no. It's the fact that he actually says to Chisaki to do that to the girl. What are humans to you? Wait, what? Are you telling me that old man actually cared for Eri? No, no, no. I don't think he cared for her. It's just that he maybe have been a guy who had some. He had huge standards. And let's not forget what Overhaul did to Eri. Now that is beyond monster. That is beyond cruel. So maybe, and this former boss, it's obvious that he was different from all the other criminals in the Yakuza industry. It's not exactly known what kind of illegal things he did anyway. He apparently didn't even like drugs. So what kind of industry did he live? A business deal? But even he would discuss what Chisaki was gonna do to Eri. And if you're doing that, then you should leave. So it's then revealed, although we do not see, but he apparently a lot of the different Hasaki has said that Overhaul, as they called him, poisoned the former boss, but Chisaki and Chrono himself says they follow in the old man's will. However, this chapter seems to confirm that yes, Chisaki really did put the boss in a coma. However, he still holds the boss close to his heart in a twisted way. He owes a great deal to the one, and he wants to cure the deceased hero, the heroes he considers a disease. That and The fact that he put him in a corner in his business. I mean, in a way, Chisaki has an extremely twisted and, if you ask me, a odd and weird and what is that more world? Sociopathic sense of love. He uh, he is completely sincere on being thankful to the boss, but he cannot comprehend that some of his actions were not in the boss' best interest. He has believed that if you follow these things, I will make you happy in a way. I think that's one he's saying. He's even saying all of you are missing the big picture. In a way, they're true. Then maybe they did miss the big picture, because if this really did happen, then things would really have happened. It's just that Chisaki is the one who's truly missing the big picture. He didn't listen to what other people say. He lived in a different world than other people. He wanted to destroy the world, the very structure of quirks and heroes, and everything of their justice and their so-called justice. As he delivers one more attack, Deku, his patience finally running out more, realizes that the reason why Shisaki is keep getting back into the fight is he actually disassemble himself and reassemble himself, so he recovers. But if he hits him with a 100 speed, then maybe he won't recover, as he delivers blinding punches. As Urahara asks Night Eye, is it true that Deku's gonna be killed? Night Eye say that's the unchangeable future he saw. However, I think the fist is beginning to change the future, as Deku delivers massive amount of punches on Chisaki. Are you trying to tell me that this fight is done? Well, at least he knocks aside his mask, so who knows, maybe Deku is the real winner. And has he opened the gate to change and the destiny? Who knows? But yeah, overall, Chisaki, you are a very complex character. You're evil, no doubt about that. A clear sociopath. It's just that he seems to he has some blue and orange morality of some sort. I don't think he can see, or maybe he doesn't even care that what he does is not in people's best interests. Who knows? But for me, I consider him just a complete monster. But yeah, we won't get a Boku no Hero Academia next week. Tragic. However, this arc is not over yet, so do not collapse yet. Something about gathering information, I got to say. You give me your thoughts if you have any.